Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. So today I'll do unboxing of this new Raev Bullet GTX. We're gonna go through unboxing, assembly, through some spec, and go for the speed test to see how fast it can go and also if it can climb the hills. So let's open up and see how it's packed. And here's how it will look from the top once you open the box. Looks very clean and neat. And that's how it will look from the side once you open the box. Over here you'll find a box. We're gonna open up and see what is inside. Alright, so inside the box you'll find charger, which is 3-amp charger, which should be charging fast, but so far it's only one. And you'll find a manual inside as well, with some tools right here, and two class stickers. One sticker says 2 class 500 watt power, another one 750 watt power. So that's kind of stickers if you want to put them on your bike. It comes with a front fender, like small one, like sport style, decorational mostly, pedals, and large headlight. So here's the first step what I did. I removed the battery, so I put them on the charge. Also I unbox outside, so I don't want them to get overheated. So they're charging right now. The next step, you would remove this bracket. You need to remove these 4 bolts in order to attach the handlebar. So you would remove this bracket from the stem, and then you will attach the handlebar. And now you just bring the handlebar up, like this. You would need to know where is the right and left. So the throttle will be on the right side, so you bring all the way up right like this. And reattach the same bracket you just removed with the same bolts. So now it's time to attach the wheel, but before you're attaching the wheel, you would remove this cover, and I just broke it off. So basically you would have this piece of plastic, which I'm gonna remove once I install the wheel, most likely. On this side, you would remove this plastic as well with plier. Just be careful. And I think it's only protector while you're shipping it, like bike in the shipment, so it will not get damaged. But you will find another washer and the nut in the same plastic bag with a manual inside. It's for another side, on this side. And actually I decided to remove this plastic because it actually will be on my way to insert the wheel. So I will hold it from one side with my hand very tight, and then use a plier and just as unscrew like any nut I do, just slowly. And it can actually do with hands now. So it will be remove the plastic. The next step, you step on this plastic over here, remove it. It's a fork protector. Bring the wheel up and insert it. The disc should come from the same side where the brakes. And insert first the brakes between the pads, and it stays there. And then you take this washer, put it on top over here on axle, and then tighten up with this nut. You can do with the hands only first on both sides, and once they are tightened, use a wrench to tighten them up. I think it's 15 millimeters, and you do this on both sides. And now I would remove this bolt with a nut, and then insert the fender. And then you would re-tighten on the back over here with the same nut you removed. So the next step will be to attach this headlight. So before attaching, you would need to remove this 2 bolts from both sides with Allen key. So one on one side, another on another side. It should fit, and if not, you can move them aside, but you would need to loosen up these two bolts from the side so you can open up a little bit more. This way will be much easier to attach it. Also, I didn't have to do any changes on the side, so I just insert it and gonna tighten up from both sides, and make sure the cables on the bottom when you're installing the headlight, because you would need to connect them as well, but they have to be on the bottom. Then you tighten up on desired position. In the next step, you would need to connect the headlight. There's two cables from both sides. You would need to connect male to female, so you need to figure out which one from each side. Okay, and just there should be arrow on the side on the black piece. You just align them and push them from both sides. Okay, and they should be fine. It's just plug in like this. Now you would need to install the pedals. Make sure you install right to the right, left to the left. For people who doesn't know where is the right, they put a mark on the side right, pedal right, also the color mark, so you cannot really miss it. Okay. You would use the wrench to tighten them up. And then you would do the same thing on another side. But if you're planning to ride at night or just want to have your bicycle look very cool, you might want to attach red shift pedals. This sold separate. I'll post a link in description with some discount as well. They're not cheap, but they're working really nice, and you can see some of the video I'll post in description as well. So they are attached the same way, right to the right, left to the left. And the fun about it, so they are very bright at night, and they're rechargeable. You can remove it, charge it at home. They last for a long time, and if you don't use them, they'll turn off by itself. They're on magnet, so you just insert it and use them. And you do the same thing on both sides. They do come with different color and also different grips. This one is more flat. They do have for off-road with more grips, which I recommend. They're a little bit more expensive, but much better for off-road or riding the bicycle like this. And they are actually exactly the same size as original. The original is great, but for night and for the look, a lot of people will be really impressed by seeing them at night. And the bike is assembled. Make sure you tighten all the bolts, the nuts, and now I'm gonna remove the wrap, because the bicycle is actually black, but as you can see it's blue. And that's how bike will look once you assemble it. I already charged the battery, put the right air pressure. I put like 25 on the front, 30 on the rear. And let me show you how I'm 5'11" will look on this bike. I think it's a perfect size for me and somebody who is tall as well. I think even shorter person can fit this bike easily, because it's kind of between, and I think you can also adjust easily as well. So that's how I'm gonna probably ride this bike. Okay. And the handlebar can move forward or close to me. I actually move close to me because the bike actually large, and I pick up this position, so another person can sit on the back as well. So it's easily should fit two people. So it's a two-seater bike, and I'm waiting for the packs to arrive. So once the packs arrive, I will test it out with my wife and see how it's performed as well in the next video. So that's why please hit subscribe, like this video, so you can see the following videos as well. So the size of this bike from the bottom ground to the lowest position of the seat is about 32 inches, 32 and a half, and this top it's about up to 34 inches. You can adjust by removing some air pressure from the shock, and it may lower down a little bit or even lift it up. But I didn't touch it yet because this is original right out of the box. I didn't really do much adjustment. I didn't adjust the brakes, anything. Looks like everything works right out of the box, so it was a really nice, packed, easy to assemble. As I said, very look like the GT model, but as you can see, it's a little bit larger. It's much wider and longer, so it's a little bit stiffer, like firmer, but at the same time very comfortable. So two people can easily fit in this bike. And also the handlebar, it's a 27 inches wide. It comes with vegan grips, which is very comfortable to hold, and some rest over here. Comes with a thumb throttle, also the horn right over here, which is a great safety feature as well. Bright display. The display have battery information on the top, odometer reading. When you press the power button over here, you will switch for trip, how long you drive, and also the watt power peak. And you can go to programming by pressing plus and minus at the same time, and just watch a video in description area with more information and maximum speed. It does have brakes, which is Raev branded, hydraulic, and also adjustment, so you can adjust over here, so you get closer to the handlebar if you need to the grip. So I already adjust this part, and also you can adjust the position of the brakes, position of the display, position of the throttle. You can move up and down by unscrewing this bolt on this side. The GTX model comes with 180mm disc brakes, which are a little bit thicker than regular disc. Also, it has a 4-piston with the same brakes on the front. As you can see, they're actually a little bit thicker than any traditional electric bicycle with 180mm disc brakes, so it's better. Why it's better? Because it will not get overheated as easy, and also 4-piston will stop much better the bike. The tires also really nice on this bike. It's by V, and it's have a really nice traction, as you can see, more like city, and I think you can also go off-road easily. As you can see, there's a big dip in it, so it's not going to be as easy to get puncture. And it comes with very nice and bright headlight. Also, it includes a tail light right over here, and it's also as a brake light. When you press the brakes, it will light up really bright at night, so it helps. And I do have red shift pedals installed, which also provide more safety riding at night, so it will be much brighter and visible. It does include original the fender and the rear fender, so it's more like motorcycle, like dirt bike looking. But if you want like full fenders, they do sell them on the Raev website, so you can check them out and buy them separately and to install it. Also, you can install the rack if you want to, this attachment, and they do sell the racks as well. The GTX comes with a hydraulic front fork, which is also Raev bike branded, 60mm travel, and it has a full adjustment. On the right side you'll find compression adjustment over here, and on the left side a load adjustment. Right to the left, it will adjust. Shock on the rear, it's by FASTACE and FASTACE, and it's I believe it's like 2 inches or half inches travel. So far I can see that's a little travel, like about an inch so far. But you can adjust it because it's air shock, and there's 2 rebound adjustment, and also over here adjustment. So you put air, depending how much air you're gonna put, it will be either softer or faster to move. So I didn't even have the information yet to look at it in, so I didn't touch it yet. But maybe later on I'll get more information about this shock, so I can make some adjustment if I need to, because it's already how much air pressure you're gonna put in it. Usually it's about 150 psi maximum, but I need to find out from Raev to see what actually chart they have for this shock. And GTX model come with a small derailleur over here, unbranded, but this drill actually not for the gear shifting, but to keep the tension on the chain. It only has a one speed right over here, one crank, but since you have the front crank set larger and rear one smaller, you can pedal pretty fast without ghost pedaling, and that's all you need actually on this bike, because the bike is faster. It's e-moped style bike. You will not really pedal it as much, and I'm not planning to pedal it as much, but this kind of composition will allow you to pedal more comfortably. Also, it comes with 750 watt motor. That's what it's listing on the motor, but the actual power, it can go up to 1750 watt power peak. So it does have a lot of power in this motor, and it's 52 volt system, so it means the battery also 52 by 28 amp. The large one is 20 amp, the smaller one it's a 8 amp battery, so together it's 28 amp, and it's a lot of watt hours, and you have to charge them separately. That's only things I don't like, that you have to charge the bottom one right over here, or if you remove it, there's also charger inside. On this bottom you can check to see how much power in the battery left, and on top over here you can also push and see how many bars in it, but you can also check on the bike on display as well. So you do have to charge them separately on the bike, off the bike. You can also remove the small one and ride with a single one, so it will reduce some weight on the bike, and the bike will be a little bit lighter. Since the battery are large, the bike is heavy. It's about 44 kilos. That's what was listed on the box, but I never weighted the bicycle, but it is heavy. And this bike can be as a 2 class or 3 class. It's all depend on the settings you're gonna put on display. The display is exactly the same as on GT model, and programming exactly the same. So you can check the link in the description how to use the display as well. But the top speed should go up to 25 miles an hour based on the no load capacity, but based on the rider and how much air pressure and terrain, the speed might be reduced to less. But I'm hoping to get at least 30 miles an hour on this bike. That's what is from my experience should be with my weight on 215 pounds. So now I'm gonna take it for speed test and see how the bicycle actually perform, and we'll go with some spec while I'm riding as well. So let's see how it's performed. The riding position is not bad, actually it's nicer, it's larger, and I'm pedaling on the pedal assist level 1, and I'm gonna change it to level 3, because to get to the top speed on throttle only or with the pedaling, you have to be at the level 3, because the throttle is depend on the pedal assist level. So if you pedal assist level 1, it will not go to the top speed. And then I will stop over here as always. It's a little bit windy today, so make change to pedal assist level 3, and I want to see how much watt power peak will pick up. Right over here you might be able to see it as well. I'll turn on the light so it will be much brighter display, so you probably will see the speed as well on the camera, and I'll post GPS speed on the left side. So let's go with a pedal first. Oh no, actually we start only. So it's already 8 miles an hour, 23 on GPS, 24, 25, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Wow, 32, it's actually pretty good for this short distance. But now I'm gonna go and test it with pedals and see how fast. Usually 1000 watt power motor, it's get about 30-31 miles on this stretch, so it's a short stretch. I think this bike might go much faster if it's longer stretch because it's accelerates a little bit slow, but 32 actually it's pretty good for this 750 watt motor. It's very good. So let's go further, and it's comfortable ride as well. So I'm gonna go with pedal assist now and see when I will feel the ghost pedaling. Oh, it's wind. It's 25. So 25 I'll start to feel the ghost pedaling. And I'm not pedaling hard enough or fast enough, which I can. But then I'm gonna try to stop over here and check the brakes. Wow, it's actually braking really good. A little bit mark on the ground, but still really nice. I didn't reach the top speed with pedaling because I got the ghost pedaling after 25 miles an hour, which actually good enough. And let's go for a ride. And I'm gonna try later on in the next video, most likely, to do more speed test on longer stretch to see how fast I can get to the top speed. So don't forget hit subscribe so you will see the full video. So I'll go with pedal assist level 1 and see how comfortable you can pedal this bike. Actually the position is good. I'm sitting right like in the middle of the seat. The seat is very soft and comfortable. It is very windy today, probably about 25 miles per hour wind with much faster probably gonna be later. And the first speed is about 12 miles an hour, and the third one pick up to 16 miles an hour. And I need to brake. Yeah, I'm not sure if you will be able to hear me, it's very windy. But usually it's all very, like all this, I usually don't check the speed on different pedal assist level because they will vary on the person weight as well. So what I want to check to see how hard for me, 215 pounds, gonna be pedaling this bike without power at all. So I'm on the speed speed right now about 7 miles an hour, and let's see. Oh wow, it is hard to pedal this bike with no power. So you would need to work out pretty well in order to pedal the bike, and but it's still pedalable about 9 miles an hour, but it's not like cruiser bike. You can feel like muscles start to work on it. So I would not recommend actually for somebody who wants to really exercise, changing the gear. I'm not sure if the GT V2 will come with 7-speed or not, but sounds like GT version gonna be very similar to this one, which I'm gonna talk later. Let's go on throttle. So yeah, pedaling without power, this is it's not really the best choice gonna be for me, and I'm not really planning to pedal. I don't want to even pedal this. I want just use the throttle. It's an e-moped style bike, and it has about half seconds delay, maybe 1 second, about 1 second or maybe less delay in a throttle. When you push it, it takes about seconds to think about, and then it's all about the programming and settings. I'm not really sure if they give you the information how to change it, but some settings can be changed usually with this controller. Usually you can, but from my experience, it's a pretty nice acceleration on this bike with my weight on it. And the motor is not that loud, either the wind. And now let's go and try the hill test. That's something more what I want to see, how fast you can climb the hill, the one I tested all the bikes before. It's very windy, so it's kind of dangerous to ride actually, because we have trees falling, branches, and also the wind can blow me off the bike if it's on the higher speed. And also the wind can affect on the speed as well. So today the speed was 32 miles an hour on throttle, only the top speed, but I would try next time as well, and I'll post the video because I think this bike can go better. And I did change the settings to 40 miles an hour, 40 like, so when you put 40 it means unlimited. And I'm gonna use mostly throttle over here. Wow, it is windy today. I cannot go faster because the wind is blowing and I feel like it will swipe me off the bike. I can feel like it's moving me. Wow. And the wind actually really bad. My wife told me I'm crazy to go outside, but hey, I want to try this bike. Oh my god. So it's very dangerous to ride the bike like with this type of wind, because what it does, it will swipe your wheels off you and you can just fall easily. But I'll try not to speed and we'll meet at the hill. So I'll just go slowly, about 10-15 miles an hour up to the hill. Now we're very close to the hill. It's very steep and long, and it's windy today. So if you're gonna ask me if you hear any noises on the bike, no, I couldn't hear anything because it's very windy and loud. And I use throttle mostly to ride for 3 miles. The bike is a lot of fun. Jump over the small gaps, like, and it's much softer than before. The shock, I can feel it's better. The fork is the same as on GT was, so there's not much difference at all. But I like the fork, it's good for this type of price range and bike. So now we stop on the stop sign and let's see how fast it will go. 1, 2, 3, go! Throttle only. So GT I think was making about 8 miles up to the hill. Now we're going about 17 miles and now, and see, now it's slowed down. 14 and 13, 12, 11, 10. So let's see, 10 miles an hour, 9 miles an hour. So in this area, most bikes with 750 motor would either stop. Okay, now it's about 9 miles an hour. So it does actually doing pretty good compared to even 1000 motor. Now it's back to 8. So far, based on GPS, it's 8 miles an hour. And I think it's exactly the same as the GT model I tested before, up to the hill. Wow. But it still made it. This is very important. But again, the speed was only 8 miles an hour. It's about the same as GT 750 motor with 48 volt system. So there's not much difference in an uphill test, I guess. Still same powerful bike, but don't expect to be super powerful, I guess. It's still not Sauron type of bicycle. So the hill test was not as I planned. I thought it's gonna go faster. So, but it's still 8 miles an hour. It's one of the fastest bike compared to all other bikes I compared before with 1000 watt motors. The color actually is not completely black. It's more like sapphire black. As you can see, it's more shiny. Looks really good, better than just plain black. But this swing arm, as you can see, like whatever they call it, it's made black, and it looks amazing. Since it was very windy, and it's still very windy, I cannot hear any issue. any brakes, no squeaking. I couldn't hear. Motor was very quiet because of windy probably, but so far I like it. It's a really nice soft ride. The shock works really good, and I'm gonna wrap it up this video because it's very windy and kind of too dangerous to go fast on this bike, and probably will be hard to hear me anyways. So please subscribe so you can see the following video once the weather gonna be better, also as a review video, because this one is just unboxing and few speed tests and also the hill test. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.